So MAGA is yet again mad, but what they're not mad. They wake up mad. They mad because they got air to breathe. They mad at everything, but they're mad that Bad Bunny is going to be performing at next year's Super Bowl. To the ignorant ones, and we know that that's majority of them, are on there talking about, well, he's not an American citizen. Are you fucking stupid? That man is from Puerto Rico, a U.S. territory. He's an American citizen. Y'all are so ignorant. Like, do any of you, read above a third grade fucking level? Google is free. GPT, what? Ain't that a couple of bucks a month? Like, how dumb can you possibly fucking be? You are mad that this country goes off of seasoning, the seasoned people, because y'all are not seasoned. That man has millions on millions of Spotify listener on a monthly basis. He is a star, like it or not. He is an American citizen, like it or not. Again, they want to whitewash everything. And what kills me is this. You always talking about the Super Bowl performance, yet the Super Bowl is made up of majority people of color, black talent. But yet you want to get mad and upset when a person of color is headlining the fucking show, when there have been performance after performance of white people, mad that you have to be represented in every fucking thing. You have to have your nose everywhere. You don't. People want to see people that look like them and sound like them. Y'all are sick individuals, and that hatred runs deep in your fucking blood. And you know what? At the end, real Christians know that you're going to pay for that shit. Because none of what you're doing, what you're saying, is Christian-like and godly. Why y'all claim to be a Christian nation. What would Jesus do? And he for damn sure wouldn't be thinking and believing the way that you do.
Guys, welcome back to the channel. It's a baby girl, baby precious. Today we need to talk about Maga showing their anger, not at politics, not at the system, but at every American just playing the game. Stop it. This is not strength. This is weakness. Let's be real. When Maga supporters attack people for simply performing show, talent on the field yard or court, this is not criticism. This is bullying. They say they love America, but they can't see America they can't see America succeed unless it fits their narrow views. This is about sports. It's not about control. It's not about silencing voices. Whenever those voices are just playing for the crown, MAGA is mad at because they care about game, because they hate losing control of the story. Stop it. America is supposed to be for everyone, for the player, for the fans, for the people cherishing for stand. MAGA is turning that into anger, and that is called betrayal. We need to negotiate it. I will keep you guys updated.
So let me get this straight. MAGA is melting down because Bad Bunny is the 2026 Super Bowl halftime performer? Spare me. I mean, the hypocrisy is wild. Americans will literally line up to vacation in Puerto Rico, Cabo, Cancun, the Dominican Republic, Colombia. They'll eat the food, sip the rum, dance to the music, and flood their Instagram feeds with exotic culture shots. They love Latinidad when it's a backdrop to their leisure. But when that culture is centered here in America on this soil, when a global superstar like Bad Bunny commands the biggest stage in America, suddenly it's an insult. Suddenly it's not our culture. That's colonization talking. It's the entitlement in the DNA. Consume, extract, and enjoy, but never, ever respect. Here's the truth, though. Latin culture isn't just something you fly to and sample. It's already woven into America. From reggaeton to tacos, from bachata to bodegas. Latin contributions fuel this country. You don't get to devour the culture abroad and then act offended when it's celebrated at home. That outrage, pure BS. It's not about music. It's about power and control, about who's allowed to take up space in America. And guess what? Bad Bunny, like Kendrick Lamar before him, has earned it. Numbers don't lie. Culture doesn't either. And to everyone who is mad, stay mad.
92% girl power redefined.
The MAGA fans are constantly boycotting the NFL, and then they just eventually come back. Like, it goes all the way back to Colin Kaepernick. He took a knee during the national anthem. The Republicans were outraged. Then they eventually got over themselves and came back and watched the NFL. Then in 2020, the NFL said, hey, we're going to write end racism in the end zone of every NFL team out there, all the stadiums. MAGA freaked out. They were like very offended by the statement end racism. So they staged another boycott. And then they eventually came back. And now they're boycotting the NFL over Bad Bunny being the 2026 Super Bowl halftime performer because apparently that triggers them for some reason. I guess it's because he doesn't have any songs in English. I don't know. These guys are so full of crap. They say we will never watch the NFL until our favorite team plays again next Sunday. That's also the difference between the Democrats and the Republicans. When MAGA tries to boycott something, it never works. When the Democrats do, well, for example, Disney saw more than 1.7 million total paid streaming cancellations during the period where they took Jimmy Kimmel off the air. That's how it's done. MAGA could never.
MAGA turned against American in the game. On the other sports side, player holding on the American flag. On the other side, anger MAGA's fans yelling with rape acts. Big protests in the middle. Stop it. This is not patriotism. Here is the truth. MAGA is not fighting for American hair. Instead, MAGA are fighting against America. The very people they claim to love play on their field yard, America too. They are performing, they are showing talents, they are representing the country. But MAGA gets mad when those Americans shine in their own way. This is not love of the country. This is hate from people who does not fit their own deals with America. And when you attack your own, you are defending the flag. I'm not defending the flag. You are declaring it down. Stop this. America is about unity, not division. It's about cherishing for one another, your neighbor, not clearing it down, not tearing it apart. MAGA turning American at the game show up to one thing. The loyalty is not to the people, it's only to the power.
Well, folks, let me tell you, the die-hard Trump supporters, the MAGA fans, are furious over the No Kings protests that are taking place across the United States today. They cannot possibly fathom somebody not liking Donald Trump as much as they do. So they come up with these weird conspiracies or these justifications for these protests taking place. They simply just cannot grasp that people don't like Donald Trump. So I want to show you a bunch of clips that MAGA fans themselves have posted reacting to the No Kings protest. And let me tell you, it's unhinged and they are not happy. Before I do that, make sure to subscribe to the channel, drop a like on the video, comment down below, let me know if you're going to a protest, and let me know what you think about this video. And of course, leave some American flags, some blue hearts. But let's dive right into the first clip, shall we? Here we go.
Talk about this No King's Day protest nonsense real quick. First of all, why does the left constantly call Donald Trump a king? Y'all are the only ones calling him a king. And then you have this big ass corporate protest for something that you made up. You made this up in your head. Before you say,
It's interesting that she's like taking issue with protests over made up things when Donald Trump incited the January 6th insurrection over a made up conspiracy that the election wasn't fair. She had no problem then. But when people are getting out there who are Democrats, Republicans, independents, whatever, and they're making their voices heard because we don't want a dictator in the country, then she says it's made up. We see Donald Trump ignoring courts. We see him ignoring due process. We see him depriving people of constitutional rights, signing executive orders that are struck down as illegal, all these different things. And she's like, oh, it's made up. It's insane.
Before you say, Trump posted a picture of himself as a king. It's AI. It's not real. That's not a real picture. You can put whatever you want to in AI.
Yeah, so what she's referring to here is the fact that Donald Trump himself posted a photo of himself as king. It was uploaded to the White House Twitter account, Instagram account, different social media platforms. So she's trying to make the argument that, yeah, Donald Trump's not a king. Meanwhile, Donald Trump is literally referring to himself as a king. I mean, it is so unhinged with these people. They can't even agree with Donald Trump's own words. They're trying to come up with these weird, as I said, justifications for him.
Donald Trump likes AI, I guess. Y'all have made up all this stuff in your own minds that he thinks he's a king. How do you know what he thinks? You read minds?
Because he said it.
Besides the point.
He said
the bigger picture is that this is a corporate-sponsored protest. Sponsored by these people.
Okay, wait, let's just stop right here. She says this is a corporate-sponsored protest. First of all, I don't understand what would be wrong with groups backing a protest. But I want to see some of these groups.
Made up all this stuff in your own minds that he thinks he's a king. Do you read minds? Anyways, besides the point, the bigger picture is that this is a corporate-sponsored protest.
And if you mad because Bad Bunny's performing at the Super Bowl, whoop they do. I don't know how you say that in Spanish. Whooping they dooping it.
He's singing in a foreign language, and I don't understand him. Boo-hoo, MAGA. Boo-hoo. The 2026 Super Bowl halftime entertainment has been announced, and MAGA is losing their mind because it's Bad Bunny, a rapper who sings all of his songs in a foreign language. But he is a U.S. citizen. And yes, as a man of a certain age, I was hoping it would be Metallica. San Francisco Metallica has ties. You can look it up. Or Huey Lewis. I know that would be a long shot. Or even Weird Al. They all have ties with San Francisco. But it's not. It's Bad Bunny. Here's MAGA influencer Benny Johnson. He says, this is Bad Bunny. He was just announced as the 2026 Super Bowl halftime show. Massive Trump hater. Yes, over 50% of the U.S. is a massive Trump hater, and Bad Bunny falls into that. Anti-ICE activist. Yes, again, Benny, most of us are anti-ICE activists. No songs in English. Benny, Bad Bunny was born in Puerto Rico, and his thing is he wants to sing all the songs in his native language, his native Spanish language. So he raps and sings in Spanish. He even canceled his entire U.S. tour for the reason fucking ICE could be outside my concert. That is not true. He just didn't schedule U.S. dates. He didn't cancel U.S. dates. He just didn't schedule U.S. dates because, you know, ICE is going to be there. So fuck ICE. And I agree. Fuck ICE. Speaking of triggered MAGAs, the Mormon church gunman was a Marine who supported Trump. They have pictures of his yard. He had a Trump fan sign up in his yard. Here he is pictured with a Trump shirt on. All social media stuff has links to being a huge MAGA supporter. Yep, another white MAGA supporter doing harm in a church, in public, to children. There it is. Not a drag queen. Not a Democrat. Not Antifa, which is fake, by the way. Not a trans person. Yes, us old guys wanted Metallica or Weird Al, like I said. But if you're 25 or under, odds have it, you know who Bad Bunny is. You know his songs. You know how to speak Spanish because of Bad Bunny. Bad Bunny is a better Spanish teacher than high school Spanish teachers. I can tell you that much. My daughter took French, and she knows how to speak Spanish because of Bad Bunny songs. All of her friends know Bad Bunny. They're excited that Bad Bunny is going to be the Super Bowl halftime entertainment this year. And us old guys are just going to have to deal with it. Not a big deal. I'm not going to cry over it like MAGA is. Oh, he's going to sing all his songs in a foreign language. This is in America. The man was born in Puerto Rico. He's an American citizen. By the way, if you want to check out Bad Bunny, he will be hosting Saturday Night Live this week, the season premiere of Saturday Night Live. He is literally the biggest artist in the world besides Taylor Swift. You just don't know him because you're too old, like me, and you don't listen to his music. I know him because of my daughter. She plays his music in the house, but you don't know him. It's okay. He's good. He is world renowned. Everyone will tune into Bad Bunny. And all the MAGAs are gonna cry because he's singing in a foreign language and I don't understand him. Boo-hoo, MAGA. Boo-hoo.
Are you MAGA people really upset about Bad Bunny performing in 2026 Super Bowl halftime performance? Well, let me tell you, I'm not a huge fan of Bad Bunny, I have to admit. You know, he's got a couple songs that you actually do like. However, he is representing us Latinos. And for those of you who think he's Mexican because he is Hispanic, he's not Mexican, he's Puerto Rican. And Puerto Rico is actually part of the United States for you ignorant people. So stop saying that he's a Mexican guy performing. I've heard that comment a couple of times today, and I'm like laughing about it. He's not Mexican, and Puerto Rico is part of the States. For those of you who are already attacking Bad Bunny, this is actually pretty cool. So I know some people are gonna be really upset, but hey, I'm happy about it. Let me know what you think in the comments.
Maga bichos, oh, red triangles, Bad Bunny to the show. Oh, Maga bichos, oh, red as triangles, Bad Bunny to the show. Maga bichos, hey, watching the game with their arms crossed tight, mouths wide open, shouting this ain't right. All the hype, all the fuss, can't take a beat. We're dancing.
Maga is so upset about Bad Bunny being named the Super Bowl halftime show this year, and I'm fucking dying over this. I'm sorry, you have to see this. But yeah, Bad Bunny has been unapologetic about the way he has called out the Trump administration's ICE policies and immigration policies. In fact, the only concerts he's held in America have been in his hometown in Puerto Rico, because he said he was worried that otherwise ICE could be waiting outside the venue to snatch up people who were coming to see his concert. He's also been a huge ally of the LGBTQIA community. He has been pro-trans. He has transformed Latin music globally and been one of the top streamed artists in the world. He has stayed true to Spanish and true to himself. He has repped Puerto Rico at every turn. And I, for one, could not be more excited to see what I'm sure is going to be an epic halftime show for the Super Bowl. So if you're mad about Bad Bunny being the Super Bowl halftime show, then like, stay mad. Bye.
You guys, stop what you're doing. You're going to want to hear this. Remember yesterday how I announced to you guys that Bad Bunny was going to be headlining the NFL Super Bowl halftime show? Well, per usual, as I expected, MAGA is having full-fledged meltdowns over this. They're saying that the NFL is un-American. They're saying that they're not going to cater to the American audience, and that it was a Barack Obama conspired thing to put to hire Bad Bunny to be the halftime performer. But all that aside, Bad Bunny is chilling. In case you missed it, here is his response.
I'm really excited, but this is making me feel so happy because more than me, for everyone else, you know, I'm really excited.
I love him.
For my friends, my family, Puerto Rico, all the Latino people around the world. I'm excited about my culture. I'm excited about everything, not just for me, you know.
The haters are going to hate, and we're going to tune them out, and we're going to celebrate, and we're going to celebrate loudly and boldly, and we're going to continue talking about it. We're going to continue showing up. We're going to continue showing that performance when it happens, because I want to remind you that it is the most watched musical performance in America every year. every year. It is the most watched musical performance. And of course, they are mad because a Latino, a brown person, a Spanish speaking person is going to be headlining and performing at that event, at the most watched musical performance ever. But yeah, this really is a defining moment in our nation's history because Latinos and brown people are constantly always under attack, being picked up off the streets by masked individuals, by people in unmarked vehicles not identifying themselves. But here we are, front and center, making history, making a point, proving a point. We're going to be bold, we're going to be loud, and we're not ever going to go anywhere. This is our country. This is who we are, and people love us. Now, if you don't love us, then that's on you. You have some internal problems, or you're just racist. And, you know, we should all agree that racism is bad. And we should all be celebrating this diversity and inclusion of Latinos in these spaces. So if you're happy, drop a comment down, share this for everyone to see, and follow along for more.
Maga's upset that an American is singing at the Super Bowl. They're upset an American is going to sing at the Super Bowl halftime show. Bad Bunny, who is from Puerto Rico, an American territory, is singing at the Super Bowl, and they're upset because Bad Bunny's Puerto Rican. He's going to be singing some songs in Spanish, and that really upsets them. He's going to be rapping, so they think he's a gangster, and that upsets them. He doesn't drive a monster truck with 2 giant flags on it. He doesn't wear red, white, and blue. He's not white, and he doesn't sing country, so they're upset.
Yo, this is funny. This is so funny. And honestly, I cannot express how much I love it. It's just too good to believe. Bad Bunny is going to play the Super Bowl halftime show. And of course, the Maga morons are freaking out, and that itself is understatement. And mind you that Bad Bunny is an American citizen because he was born in Puerto Rico, which is an American territory. But there's only one problem. He's not white. And if you know one thing about America is that if you're not white, you shouldn't get any opportunities. And anything you do and everything you do is considered political. And that includes going about your day and you existing. That is political. And in no form or shape this is anti-American, but sweetie, you need to be told the truth. America has already gone a downfall. And you only need one example to understand the extent of that. And it is the fact that a lot of Americans believe criticizing Donald Trump and his administration means you are anti-American. And you should be deported. But guess where else that sentiment is very popular? North Korea. And of course, it would be very ridiculous and unheard of to suggest that America is in the same place as North Korea. Not there yet. Slow your rolls. You're suddenly making progress. A lot of things that are happening in America are so undemocratic that even countries that do democracy on Tuesdays may be on Fridays as well. I look at your country and say, you're going too far. Thanks.
MAGA is losing its mind over the announcement by the NFL today. Today, the NFL announced that the worldwide sensation, Bad Bunny, will be performing at the Super Bowl halftime show this year. Bad Bunny has spoken out against ICE. In fact, he skipped an entire tour to the United States because he feared for his fans' well-being. Snowflake MAGA is not taking this news well. They're already spreading hateful rhetoric and racist comments. They're particularly mad that we're bringing someone that doesn't speak English to the Super Bowl, which they see as un-American. The funny part about all these comments is that Bad Bunny is an American. He was born in Puerto Rico, which is a territory. You can tell the NFL is just over all these MAGA Karens. This is the 3rd time that MAGA's complained about something they've done this year, and none of those times have they reversed course. The first was when the NFL decided to continue sponsoring Pride in Los Angeles this year. The second was when the NFL shut down MAGA when they complained about male cheerleaders on football teams. Male cheerleaders have been on many teams for years, and in fact, male cheerleading has been in collegiate sports since the 40s. And then we have the news today. Nothing makes MAGA angrier than when they tie a sport to politics and think they own it, and the league says not so much.
So family, if you found this breakdown useful, Send me your thoughts in the comment section. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share, and don't forget when next you see my video, click to watch. It's your baby girl, baby precious. I'll keep you guys updated.